Alright guys, in this last video in the series as it pertains to fixing, we're going to work with a tool that most of you guys are either working with already or have experimented with. I did talk about this tool, which it's the most interactive one of all of them, which is a spot heating brush tool. People really seem to enjoy working with this tool. So let me just take you through it. Again, none of these tools are super complicated. It's more based on just trying them out, just experimenting, getting a good feel for how they work and how they can help you to achieve your goal of cleaning up this photograph or other photographs. Or if you're not working with damaged photographs, it could be something as simple as removing a scar from someone or removing freckles. You would be surprised if people ask for. But this one, again, works off of sizes as well. So the bigger the sampling size, the more you're going to get from the area that you're trying to cover up, or the smaller the sampling size, the more streaking you could get. Now, the main thing here to remember is while you're working with this tool is to make sure that while you're sampling, again, that you're paying attention to what you're sampling, because when you're having this tool work for you, one of the things that might go wrong is you're not paying attention and you just continue to drag, and then you end up with streaks, and you show me something that has streaks to it, or it looks muddy or dirty, and then it's not the photograph's fault, it's your fault because you're not really paying attention. And patience is a virtue that you just have to become really super comfortable with when you're dealing with a medium like photography. You have to understand that it's not a quick snapshot, or it's not a day's worth of work when you're retouching some photographs. It takes days or it takes hours. You know, it's something that you have to really have patience for. So again, this tool should make it easier. So I'm going to go back to J. This tool's the band-aid with the little perforated circle right on top. And then the way it works is this way. So I'm going to sample and drag and let go. And then it'll try and fix the section. Drag. But you can see how it's moving pixels. So you can see the areas where it's still a little bit bad and muddy. So I want to be able to move that and lower that. So I'm going to drag this around and see what areas I can focus on to get cleared up. What I don't want to get rid of are my shadows, so that's something else that I really want to pay attention to while I'm dragging and moving. I want to make sure that I retain the shadow information. That way when I start coloring or editing this thing, it edits correctly. You see, here for example, we have a section that when I try doing it, it's just moving around those pixels, so it's not doing exactly what I want. So I'm going to leave that alone and go back to my stamp. So my stamp will be my best friend there for that. For this one here, again, I don't want to mess with this shadow too much. If I grab this and drag it, see, it's going to clear some of it, but it leaves it patchy or streaky. I don't want that. That looks bad. So you might be able to remove that there. Good. So you just have to be selective with what you're removing. Because again, if you remove from the wrong area, or if you're selecting too much, what will end up happening is that you'll get something that's not going to work for this photograph. So for as useful as some of these tools are, they can give you something that'll deform the image or the selection that you're choosing. So for these sections now, I'm going to use two different tools and hopefully get through them fast enough to give you a good representation of what you could use here. So with this one here, I'm going to go here to my patch tool and then just make a selection around the area. Be a lot neater than I'm being. I should be a lot neater than this one. Drag and let go, and then Command D, deselect, zoom out, and then it's a little bit off in the corner, and I can see it. But if you zoom out, you see how it cleared this up nicely. If I zoom in, I know I still have to fix this area. I need to balance this out better. So things that I would notice, things that you would notice, right? Things that eventually, if you have a client, your client will notice, but it'll help you fix that in a way where it's working, right? Same thing here. We can try this patch tool. Make a selection, drag, move it, drag it, Command D, deselect, right? With this nose, people are having a problem with this. This patch tool works great for this, or the clone stamp tool, but I can grab this, drag it up, Command T, and then I can clean that. The same thing here. Now here we're working with 3 different tones because of the way that we have our nose bending. So we have 2 shadow tones and 1 highlight. So you want to be able to match what you have there. Now you will lose some of the information. I will show you how to replicate that information. and hopefully fix it to